Hey everyone, today we are going to see what are race conditions in C++ and how we can avoid them. For example, you have a bank account and you have $100 inside this account. Now you and your friend have made the request to know the balance inside this account at the same time. Now both of you will get the same answer like you have $100 inside this account. So this will make a confusion in between both of you. Now for example, if you want to withdraw those $100 and your friend also want to withdraw those $100. Now you made a request to withdraw these $100 and your friend have made the same request at the same time. Now it will create a confusion also in the bank, like where this $100 should go, to you or to your friend, because both of you have made the same request at the same time without coordination. So it will create a mess. This mess is called a race condition. Now I will show you an example program to demonstrate this effect, and in the end we will see how we can fix it. Now the first thing is we have to include the important libraries. The first library we need is the IOStream library, and it is useful for input-output stuff. And the second library we need is the thread library, and it is useful to create multiple parallel processes. Next I am going to create a counter, and we will increment its value by 1 until it reaches 100,000. So you have to define the type of the variable. Its type is int and the name for the variable is counter, and we are going to start this counter from 0. Next I'm going to create a function to increment its value by 1 until it reaches 100,000. So the type of the function is void and the name for the function is increment. And inside this function we have to increase its value by 1 until it reaches 100,000. For this we have to create a for loop, and we have to start this loop from 0, and we have to run this loop for 100,000 times, and we are going to increase the I value by 1 after each iteration. And inside this loop we are going to increment its value by 1. So for this you have to type here counter ++ and you have to put colon here. Next I'm going to create a main function, and inside this function we are going to run two parallel processes that will use the same variable called counter, and they will run this counter until it reaches 100,000. So when we will count the same variable from two different processes, so the final value should be 200,000. Now we will see what will happen. So to create a main function you have to type here int main, and inside this function first we have to create our first process. For this you have to type here std : thread, and the name for the thread is t1, and inside this thread we are going to run this function called increment. So type here the name of the function increment. Next we are going to create a second parallel process. For this I am going to copy this line going into the next line and paste it here, and change the name for the second process from t1 to t2. Now we have to run both of these processes in parallel. For this you have to type here t1.join to run the first process, and to run the second process you have to use the same join function. So copy and paste it here and change it from t1 to t2, and in the end we are going to print our final count. For this you have to type here std : cout the string. So the name is final count for the string, and we need to print the final value of the counter. So you have to type here counter, and in the end you have to end the line. So type here std : and l. That's it. Now save your program and run it by clicking on this play button. Now here you can see that the answer is wrong. It's not 200,000. And in our program this process will run this variable and increase its value until it reaches 100,000, and this program will use the same counter and run this loop for 100,000. So then its combined value will be 200,000, but it's not 200,000 here because the same racing condition is happening here. Both of the process will try to use the same variable sometimes at the same time, so it will make a confusion or corrupt its value. Now in order to fix this race condition we have to use the method called mutex. For this we have to import the mutex library here, and next I am going to create the variable from the mutex library. For this you have to type here std : mutex, and the name for the variable is mtx, put colon here. Next we are going to use the guard in order to guard this variable inside this function. function. So in this way, both of these parallel processes will not try to interfere with each other. In other words, they will not use this variable at the same time. When the variable is busy, the other process will wait until it will be free. So how we can guard this? You have to go inside this function and you have to type here std colon colon. You have to use lock guard and you have to put these signs here. Then inside it, you have to type here std colon colon mutex. And we are going to use the lock variable, and to lock it you have to pass this mutex variable mtx inside these brackets and put colon here. Now save your program. If I will run my program again, now the race condition is removed by using this guard and the mutex method. So this is how the race conditions make chaos in the program and how you can fix them. This is it for today. If you want to learn more, you can subscribe my channel and press the bell icon to get the updates of the new uploads. See you next time. Bye bye.